guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been a few weeks and I am so sorry, but I have been here, there and everywhere. I have been traveling quite a bit. I went to Spain, which I'll explain in a bit, and I've been to Scotland, and since I've been back it's been all systems go basically. So quick couch catch up. So I flew to the land of Almeria, which is based in Andalusia in Spain, and I went with my baby girl Wing. Usually we go to LA. We've been twice for the past 2 years and we just needed a sweet little brief getaway. We stayed in Ejido for 1 week, and yeah, the hotel we stayed in was great. It was based in Almeria, which is apparently a resort town. So very touristy, but me personally, I didn't find it very tourist friendly, and everyone is pretty much locals. It's very family orientated, which is different from me and Wing because we do like to go out and we do like nightlife, which we didn't really see much of. We were practically 2 minutes away from the beach, which was really nice because obviously in London we don't have that type of privilege. Also 10 minutes away from the marina, where all the boats are docked, and yeah, it's just a cute little square of like little restaurants and bars. Very casual, nothing fancy whatsoever, which was kind of a good thing for me because I wanted to get away from the hustle and the bustle of London. Also, we were situated maybe 20 minutes away from the centre, and that was by driving, so we didn't actually go into the centre very often, and when we did, we, oh my god, just couldn't find anywhere to go drinking. We couldn't find anywhere to go just spend time at. Everywhere closed early. We ended up in some very strange I want to say cafe restaurant thing, and just drinking just for the sake of it, to be honest. There were families with their newborn babies and new kids running around, which I found really weird at like 12 AM, but it was nice, it was decent. And the bartenders, they just don't seem to measure spirits out there. I think their way of measuring is just tell me when. So we did get a bit boozy that night. It felt wasted, to be honest, because we just kind of went home straight afterwards and just went to bed. Yeah, we sunbathed a lot, which was amazing, and I burnt like a mother. So I'm trying to be creative and do tracks in this vlog, in the playlist, but I'm getting distracted by this. Why am I not part of this? The supermarkets are filled with like amazing treats. I am so big on Cheetos. I feel like I'm just trying Cheetos from every country I go to, and yeah, they had like a whole aisle for Cheetos. One thing they do love over there is their alcohol. So one thing I noticed is their alcohol is so casually placed with the other juices and everything, and it is ridiculously cheap. It is so cheap. We ended up buying bottles and cartons of alcohol just so that we had something to drink back at the apartment. Yeah, we ended up buying like a bottle of mojito, a bottle of limoncello, some pre-made sangria, also some rosé, which is served in cartons, which I find very bizarre. Cheers! It's just crazy casual drinking over there. Like, there's no stigma attached to alcohol because they were drinking so casually, and it wasn't like they were getting drunk or anything. It was just way too casual. It's something to have with their meal. So yeah, we went to a few bars and a few restaurants. So we ordered a jug, and then this beast came. I need a glass compared to it. My baby. I don't like that. I ate like a beast. An absolute beast. Like seriously, it did not help that there was a buffet for the breakfast, a buffet for the dinner, and obviously like loads of food places when we were out. And because I am a pescatarian, it was seafood central over there because it was based by the beach and also the marina. Like, I was in heaven, and I just had no boundaries at all. So yeah, when I came back, I realized, yeah, I've put on a bit of weight. I don't care. I've gone back to the gym. I would say I'm trying to lose it, but then I've got another holiday in 2 weeks. So I'm just like, is there any point in me losing this weight just to go put it back on again? Who knows? I don't know, I'll see how I feel. For our last day, we ended up going to this beautiful little, I want to say village, like a very cute, quaint little village called Mahaka. Last day, we are going to Mahaka and we are getting a boat, actually explore little quaint little villages and do some shopping. Apparently it's really, really cute, so super excited. And the sun is behaving today. Hey, let's go sleep now. Okay. Just forever land. Land.
Land on your side?
Yes.
A land! More land!
Do you know what else I have?
What? Land!
It was just landscape and landscape. Everything was very postcard-esque. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. The buildings had a very cute, local, authentic Spanish vibe. Like, just the architecture was absolutely amazing. And the cafes and the restaurants, they all seemed to be family run. It was just, it felt like I was walking around in a postcard. There was a crazy boat ride, which I absolutely hated. I started to feel seasick at one point, which I don't usually get seasick at all. The waves and the motion just, it was so erratic that my stomach was like, no shads, it's not happening. And I was holding it down until I saw another guy ready to throw up. And then a little kid a few seats away from me was just like chucking up his insides on the top deck, and the smell was just awful. I kind of like buried my head into Wing's armpit and just tried to block out the world until we got to stable land. Other than that, the boat ride was great. It was a very scenic route. One thing I will say about this area of Spain was everything was land. Everything was rocky. There were caves, just mountains. Well, not mountains, but just like very hilly, very dry. Yeah, it was a really, really good trip, and palm trees everywhere. It was just so gorgeous. I live for palm trees. They are just beautiful, and they remind me of being on holiday, and they remind me of very like summery sun vibes. Like, it's amazing. And yeah, I had loads of fun. The sun really damaged my hair. By the end of the trip, I was bleach blonde, and it wasn't in a good way either. It actually looked really horrible. So I am back to brown. I know I am concerned about this as much as you guys are, and there's no like bright colors in my hair, which is very unusual for me. I don't think I would go again. As much as I did like the area, I felt like for me at this place in time, I did actually listen to some music when I was away, but it wasn't as much as I hoped to, purely because we were doing stuff all the time, and I didn't really want to be that person who just kind of shuts away from a holiday and just has her headphones in. So there were a few songs that we had on repeat. Oh my god, definitely the song of the holiday, because I heard it probably like 4 times a day, is Despacito. Luis Fonsi, featuring Justin Bieber and Daddy Yankee, heard this song all the time. And the weird thing is, like, no matter how many times I heard the song, it just didn't really click in my brain. I'd listen to the intro and be like, oh, what's this song? And I'm like, okay, I'm hearing it. And yeah, it was only until the Despacito bit came on that I was like, oh, it's this song. Just no, this song just doesn't mesh well with me at all. Actually, saying that, on the last night there was live music, but it was kind of for adults. It was this, oh my god, it was this gorgeous singer. She must have been about maybe mid-40s, and maybe like a local singer. She was singing Despacito, and it was so bloody beautiful. And she was actually singing a lot of Spanish songs as well, but very like popular Spanish songs. It was great. She had such energy. She was on stage by herself, and she was just loving life. And I think that was a really good way to end the holiday. So one song I was like really digging on holiday, and kind of still digging now, is Kill Jill by Big Boy from Outkast, featuring Killer Mike and Jeezy, and it's from the Boomiverse album, which is relatively new. Maybe it came out last month, I think. I'm not too sure, I'll double check that. But yeah, I really like the song. It's just such a dope, strong beat on it. The smoothest, sexiest flow I've had in a while, especially like, you know, when they're rapping and stuff. It's just like, I can imagine if I was to learn the lyrics, I would definitely want to have that type of flow. If I knew how to dab, which I probably could, it seems a bit easy, then I'd be dabbing to the song. It's definitely a dabbing song. It gives you like such attitude and such oomph that it's really hard to listen to without wanting to just tear shit up, basically. Maybe that's why I really like the song on holiday. Maybe it just made me want to go out. Yeah, there's like crazy confidence and attitude in this track. There's a breakdown which reminds me of like 80s video game fighting music, which was quite nostalgic, but it worked really, really well. The sample is actually, it's this Asian dance track. It's like an Asian techno dance track. It's so random. Listen to a lot of Lainey as well. Lainey? Let's say Lainey. Listen to a lot of them on this holiday, and one track in particular was Tampa. It's a song to chill out to. I listened to this song a lot by the pool, a lot by the beach, when I needed to just zone out and just kind of embrace the fact that I was on holiday and I just didn't want to think about anything. So I listened to this track quite a bit. It's off the new album. It's a very beautiful track. It's very mellow. It's quite dreamy. It's just literally something to put on if you really want to chill out and just disconnect. Scissor, the Control album, beginning to end. Honestly, if you haven't listened to this album, go do it. This was actually a recommendation for me to listen to, and I do not regret it. It's such a good album. The song I've chosen is probably the most popular one, which is Doves in the Wind featuring Kendrick Lamar, and oh my god, I'm just digging this song so much. Actually, I'm digging the whole album, and I'm digging SZA as a woman. It's just so refreshing to have a female artist who has attitude and confidence without having to just really like force it in everyone's face. Like, she exhibits her attitude through her singing, through her style of singing. Like, she's got a very gorgeous, gentle voice, but it doesn't sound cute, it doesn't sound vulnerable. It has like this underlying tone of "you should be scared of me," and Kendrick's verse just adds to the overall vibe of the song. Like, it's a very intimate vibe. It sounds like something I would want to listen to only in a very intimate venue with only like a very small crowd and just a stage and like maybe an acoustic set. It's like, I don't feel like this would be something that I would want to see in this huge like arena, just because I do feel like the song is powerful. Yeah, Control album, boy. I listened to the 16 mixtape as well by Deneo. I listened to this out of curiosity, if I'm gonna be honest. I've known of his stuff in the past, but I've never really followed his work. So 16 mixtape, I was like, oh, okay, I recognize this name. Let me see how he's doing now. And I actually really like the mixtape. I really like the fact that it's very London-esque. It kind of reminds me of just growing up vibes, like jungle vibes and like house vibes, which usually I'm not really into, but it just takes me back to a time where everything was a bit more freer and less responsibilities, you know, when we were younger. The one song I really like is Mami No Like, and I think it's because the beat really reminds me of his old stuff. But I really do feel like that trademark sound of his, it worked for me. It pulled me into the album. I listened to that song and I was like, oh, okay, and I was very intrigued with the rest of the album. These songs have very different styles. Like, Jungle is very different to Mami No Like. There are other songs that are a bit maybe darker and deeper as well. This song in particular reminds me of Party Hard, which I remember was just like the anthem every time we went out. Every time that song and that beat came on, I remember everyone just going absolutely apeshit. So yeah, it made me happy to listen to. It's a really catchy hook as well. So well done to him. I really like this mixtape, and I think he's chosen to release it at a very good time of the year. I can definitely see this album being like a London summer 2017 album. Like, you will listen to this album and be like, oh, summer 2017 in London, because it's a very Brit sound. And yeah, I'm just gonna end on such a great album that came out at perfect timing for this damn holiday, and I just absolutely love it. And I'm usually not into this type of stuff at all. It's Calvin Harris's new album, which is Funk Wave Bounce Volume 1? Funk Wave Bounces Volume 1. Yeah, this album is so great, and the artist he's got on it as well. Yeah, there are people like Snoop on it, John Legend, Khaled, Future, Pharrell, Katy Perry, Big Sean. The list can go on. These are like big names in the music world, and he has put them on this album. I absolutely love it. I love the fact that it just breathes summer. It breathes like sunny festival vibes. You couldn't listen to this and think of you know, like winter and being cold and being miserable, you listen to this and it just like lifts up your mood 110%. One song I really love is Hard to Love, which is actually the last song on the album, featuring Reyes. I've never heard of this lady before, but her voice is so cute and it's adorable. This song, when I listened to it on holiday, obviously surrounded by Spanish culture, and this song just had a very like simplistic, chilling on the porch, sangria drinking vibe. I was just caught up in the moment listening to the song because I was just looking around me and I was like, damn, these fit so perfectly together. So yeah, this album is amazing. And yeah, other than that, I didn't really listen to anything else on my holiday, which really sucks, but I tried so hard. I definitely tried hard. I feel like I've listened to stuff after the holiday because I've been more in a position to actually enjoy and just kind of like research a bit more into tracks. Yeah, so anywho's, I will try to do these videos a bit more regularly, and yeah. So yeah, as I said, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe for more videos, especially if you want to see what's gonna pop off in Portugal. If you are not new, love you. Click the like button, and also feel free to leave a comment. If you have any recommendations for Portugal, I'll be going to Algarve and Lisbon. Anywho's, thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
No! Because that didn't touch it, innit?
Yeah, but I don't want it.
Oh! Yes! Hey! Hey! Oh! Oh! Go! Oh! 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 What's this?
Bye, creepy.